MLB Network has baseball coming. The home of the Mets, Citi Field. Game number 3 of this new season between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Steven Matz gets the starting nod for the Mets. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, how I'd categorize this guy, I'd say he's a very reliable major league pitcher. Last year, ERA under 3.5, but he's consistent. What you see is what you get. He gives you innings, and he takes the ball for you.
HR, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, it's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Well, they're coming off a tough loss. I mean, they played pretty good ball. They just lost by 1 run. But, you know, you look back at it, those are the ones that eat you up, those 1-run loss games. That's a high strike on a curveball right there. If he continues to throw that pitch, we won't be mentioning his name very much longer in this game. He's going to have to get that ball down to be effective.
Throw too late, and he's on with an infield single to open up the ball game. Here's Brandon Phillips. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel in that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, Matt, we won't see a whole lot of arguing with Jerry. Jerry misses the pitch, he'll tell you, I missed it. What? And if you turn around and you ask him, Jerry, how far off the plate was that? I say, Hall of Fame pitch, HR, Hall of Fame. So, Jerry, you got my respect, man. I love him. And the players love him, and so do the pitchers.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. A runner at first with no outs here. Hits this one hard the other way. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
First 2 batters of the game, back-to-back hits. Not a good start for the pitcher, but the offense, they're running to the batter's box right now.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Grounded up the first baseline. And that's a fair ball as it's through into right field. Inciarte is on his way home. And the run will score as the Braves strike first to lead it 1-0.
Definitely a solid way to start the game offensively. It always feels great to jump out to a 1-0 lead in the first inning, but now they've got a chance to really set the tone. 2 more runners in scoring position that they obviously don't want to leave out there.
So here's Matt Kemp now, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Couple of men in scoring position here with none down. Hard hit toward the hole. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. Adonis Garcia digs in now. Lifetime numbers against Steven Matz. He's gone 3 for 11. He's set. Here it comes. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. And he just misses with a curveball.
This is one of those, I have a lot of respect for you at bats right here. He hasn't thrown a fastball yet. And right there, a little backdoor curveball that just missed. He's really pitching careful.
Hard ground ball to third. Here's Walker for 1. But they will not get them both as he beats out the back end and drives home the run from third.
Batting 6, the left fielder, number 22.
Now at the plate, Nick Markakis, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of balls from him early on in this game.
On the ground up the middle. On to first, and Markakis is retired, 2 away. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Walker. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no error on. Bartolo Colon, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, last year he had a very nice season. When you look at the win total, his team is counting on him to do that again. If he does not get within that range of where he was last season, I don't see this team going very far.
Here's Neil Walker. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. These Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Well, they won their game last night. I think that's a big sign. They're starting to play good baseball. I talked to their manager. He loves how they compete.
Phillips throws to first, and that's out number 1. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. What's this club need to focus on this evening, H?
Well, you're already down 3. You can't worry about that. Still play with your game. You got a lot of baseball left. Get maybe 1 inning. Chip away. Try to get at their pitcher and get your team right back in the game. Ooh, that's one he wants back right now. Man, it looked like his timing was perfect. He just didn't barrel it up.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. In there, a base hit. He's around first, heading for 2. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
As we take another look here, you can see it's a 2-seam fastball running away from him at the plate. So he does the smart thing, not trying to pull it or just rolling over it, just goes with it and has enough juice on it to drive it for a double.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's his first double of the year here on the young campaign. Colon looks back. Now the pitch. 1-1.
Well, that ball's high as a strike in the zone can go, but umpires don't like to reward pitchers on that one. They want to make you get the ball down, so he called it a ball. Throw it down, you'll get the strike.
Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Now another 1-2. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2.
Well, you talk about fighting. He's fouling balls off, fouling them off in the 1-2 count. He finally took a ball right there. I wonder if he feels more confident or he wants to keep swinging.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Chasing after it is Inciarte, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's Lucas DUDA now. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Here's the first pitch to him. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. A 1 pitch on its way. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball.
I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Gone into the upper tank. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Mets have made this a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Batting fifth.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Kemp ranging back at the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall, and he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
When he started this game, giving up 3 extra base hits in the opening frame was not what he had in mind. He could still settle down and turn things around on the mound, but the way it's going right now, this has the makings of a start he's going to want to forget.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Ready with the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. 2 out here and a runner at second. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Now that was a good pitch to lay off. When it starts on the outside half of the plate, that slider right there, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate.
He's ready. Now the pitch. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left. Now the relay home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Whoa, those 2 out base hits, those have killed the other team right there. He comes up with a big hit to tie this game.
Right fielder, Shea Bruce.
Here's Jay Bruce now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 0-1. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Coming to the plate now, Kurt Suzuki. He'll lead it off against Steven Matz.
Suzuki.
Into the windup and the pitch. And that one right down Main Street.
Now, Matt, this is the tough part of being the 8-hitter. That ball's right down the middle. So it makes me wonder, is he trying to give his pitcher a breather, or is he just not being aggressive? With the pitcher hitting behind you, you get a ball groove, you got to take a big hack.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you can do anything about it.
And that'll get down for a base hit. So the leadoff hitter's aboard. Pitcher due up. Looks to be a textbook sacrifice situation.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 40.
Pitcher, Bartolo Colon, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
Well, I like that right there. Pulling the bat back. You still got to bunt a strike. That's the one trap that bunters fall into. They think they got to bunt anything. It's not a squeeze bunt. You still have to bunt a strike.
And he pulls back the bunt attempt. 2-0.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball instead of pitching him like he's a middle-of-the-order power guy.
3-0 now.
Yeah, now you've got a guy up there trying to give you an out by bunting. So the last thing you want to do is waste pitches and maybe put yourself in a situation where you could walk him.
Boy, and somewhat shockingly, he's bunting on 3-0, but he gets it down. On to first to complete the double play.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to happen when you're trying to bunt a guy into scoring position. He got it down, but you have to deaden the ball too. Otherwise, these infielders just eat it up and turn it into a double play.
Here's Ender Inciarte, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Played on the backhand. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Former cover boy David Wright leads things off when we come back. Home half of the second coming up. It's 3-3. Here's the third baseman, David Wright. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Into the windup and the pitch. Changeup that time. A swing, and this one's driven out to deep left center field. This ball has a chance, and it is over the wall. A home run. So a solo shot here for David Wright. First home run of the campaign for him as they take the lead 4-3.
Well, when you groove the first pitch a strike, these hitters are going to make you pay. Something tells me I don't have to tell the guy on the mound that anymore. That hurts.
Into the box now, Steven Matz. He swings and grounds it to short. Swanson brings it in. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Braves. And at first base, Freddie Freeman. Freddie can pick it, man. Throw the ball in the dirt. Freddie's coming up with it. And don't be surprised he does the splits on you every now and then.
Neil Walker is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. And that misses. 1-1. One and one. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
1 out, nobody on. Back to the mound and off his leg. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir.
Oh, that looked like a pretty good pitch to hit. It's a little bit late, so he might have been just fooled just a tad bit, just enough not to square it up.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Cologne sets his sights. 1-2 on its way. Just got a piece up the line, but that one rolls foul. 2 out, nobody on. Another one sent foul. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Here he comes again. 1-2. Swing and a liner. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Well, that's called smelling the base hit right there. He beats out an infield single. Not everybody hustles out of the box, but he darn sure knew he better, and he did.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1.
Well, he's got a high pitch count, and we're only in the second inning. Things are definitely not going his way. They're really making him work right now.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Man, I don't know if they want any part of him. 2 pitches away. I know he's sitting 2-0 now. This will tell us a lot. Will he come in now, or will he continue to stay away?
Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
I like that pitch right there. You know he's keyholing you 2-0, and you put one right on the corner. He's not going to swing at it. And now all of a sudden you're back in the count again.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
3-1 count to this guy. You don't want to challenge him right here. Don't give him anything to hit. No, no, no. Keep it on the corner.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner into the upper deck, but foul.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Hit back up the middle. Swanson scoops it up. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Mets get 1 on the David Wright home run. We've played 2. It's 4-3 New York. Striding in once again, Brandon Phillips. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Brandon Phillips.
Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. The windup and the 0-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. And here's a ball hit in the air. Walker ranging into shallow right. 1 away.
First baseman number 5.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Freddie Freeman. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. Changeup called strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly by Walker. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting. Right
So
fielder,
bases are empty here with 2 gone.
Kemp.
And coming up, the dangerous right fielder, Matt Kemp. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Well, Matt, if I use the cliche, it's not how you start, how you finish, it would apply right now. A couple innings ago, he had a rough inning. Didn't look good. But now he's starting to settle in a little bit better. He may be able to get through this thing.
Here comes another 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Well, there's that classic strikeout pitch, that change up down, just didn't get him to go after it.
And there's one that misses to Kemp as he works it back to 2-2.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
3-2 now. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning.
Leading up for the Mets, first baseman
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Markakis to the track. Gone to lead off the inning. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second of the game, and it's now 5-3.
Wow, nothing more demoralizing than giving up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game. There's having a guy's number, and then there's absolutely owning him. This could be the latter.
Asdrubal Cabrera will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around. I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
He pulls this one into right, and Cabrera's going to have himself a base hit.
I like it. Hard line drive on the fastball, hit off the fastball, and good things happen.
Catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Markakis has a read on it. 1 out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jay Bruce. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. In there, no balls and a strike. The 0-1 on its way. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
You know, I think that off-speed pitch fooled him a little bit, but not enough. He was able to hold back.
The 2-1 pitch. Hit hard to the right side. And that's going to be a base hit for Bruce. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, he hit that ball hard right there. I think he got a little bit lucky. If it's at somebody, probably a double play ball instead of a single.
Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. David Wright comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Inciarte going back. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. And he'll take those extra 90 feet, so put runners at the corners now with 2 gone in the inning.
Up next for the Mets, pitcher.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Steven Matz. And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. Good fastball there from Colon. It's 0-1.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here would be huge.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats.
Obviously, he wants to help himself out right here. With 2 strikes, that's going to be difficult to do. Let's see if he can put the ball in play.
And a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. The Mets get 1 on this swing by Lucas Duda. 3 complete from Citi Field. 5-3 New York. Try it again. Adonis Garcia. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Adonis Garcia.
And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Now ball 2. Back-to-back breaking pitches. I think if right now you really have to try to get the best pitch you can get in the zone, you have to throw it right here.
Well, that was unexpected. You're looking for the sinker down. He throws a fastball up. Now he's just changed the game on you. He's forcing you to look somewhere else.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Tapped out in front of home. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The left fielder, number 22.
Ready for another chance. Nick Markakis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And a neck high fastball that time. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Cabrera there for this one. It's short. On to first, and Markakis is retired. 2 away.
The batter, number 7.
Into the box,
shortstop,
Dansby Swanson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
Hit down the third base line. Three runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Line towards center field. Granderson is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire. Ready for another shot now. Neil Walker. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Neil Walker.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Inciarte going back on it, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. And the Mets have something going with nobody out. It's a leadoff double.
Yeah, same here, man. It kind of got lost high in the sky before one-hopped the fence for an extra base hit. During the daytime, that thing probably would have carried out of here, but you can't complain too much about a double.
John Danks answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Ball 2.
Tough situation for him right here. I mean, he's got an open base, so he doesn't have to give in to this guy, but there's definitely danger looming on deck, so you can't just completely work around him either.
2-0 pitch on the way. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Well, Matt, this inning just got interesting. It's got a chance to be pretty big. You start the inning with a double, now you get the single, and you're sitting first and third, and here they come.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes set, and the 0-1. Smoke toward third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
And this is the case of being so concerned about the man on third that you forget to make the play and bobble it instead. So instead of being able to hold the runner, he gives up the unearned run.
Here's Lucas DUDA now as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And his confidence has to be in a really good place right now, having already launched 2 balls over the fence in this one. As a look, now the pitch. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. 6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Digging in, the switch hitter as Dribble Cabrera. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Here's the first pitch to him, and there's one well above the zone for a ball. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
What a great adjustment. The high fastball on the first one didn't have a good release point. The next one he's able to put it on the corner, correcting himself as the at bat goes on. I love it.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Again, he sends it out of play. Another 1-2 delivery. Squared that one up just a little late. A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. At the plate, Kurt Suzuki. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
This is in the air out to right field. On the move is Bruce. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
John
Ready now, John Danks. First at bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Here's Ender Inciarte. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Kind of surprised not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out. That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
This is flared out towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves. Can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Catcher Travis d'Arnaud.
Travis d'Arnaud is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And this is fouled at the plate. The windup and the 0-2. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Inciarte's there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 19.
Here's Jay Bruce now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And this is fouled back and out of play. 0-1. Here it comes. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Lifted into center field. Chasing after it is Inciarte. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's the third baseman, David Wright. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Thanks gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Inciarte is right there. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. Down. Here's Brandon Phillips. A hit in 2 tries so far. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. The 0-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Here it comes, 0-2. And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there. Here it comes. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now.
From 0-2 to 3-2. What a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again. Freddie Freeman. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here.
Lays off the sinker here. A ball and a strike. That's a foul ball off to the left, and it moves to 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Just got a piece to the right side. DUDA is right there, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Up next for Atlanta.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. First pitch on its way. Started to go around there. Appeal down to first. Yes, sir, says the first base umpire. Strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Foul tip held on to behind the plate. It's strike 2.
Now that's a good curveball. That's the old 12 to 6 from midnight to 6 a.m. and he's doing it all day.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Here's the pitch. And there's one that misses to Kemp as he works it back to 2-2. Now here's the pitch. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike. Striding in once again, Steven Matz. He bats here with a 3-run lead in inning number 6.
Steven Matz.
Cut fastball inside, ball 1. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Swanson picks it up, and the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Neil Walker. Lifetime versus this pitcher. 0 for 4. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And this is fouled into the seats over from first. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Oh, that's a good sign right there. After the fastball, he gets that changeup and he stayed right on it. Just couldn't keep it fair. He's seeing the ball well, though.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out. In is Curtis Granderson. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Lifted in the air out to left field. And Markakis will make the catch, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2. 3. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball.
Number 13, Adonis Garcia
stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
And a curveball drops in on 2-1. 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2. On deck is Nick Markakis. No walks so far. Here's the 3-2. Slapped hard the opposite way, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first down.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Nick Markakis stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
Hey, you can't let that bother him right there. This might be a good time for the catcher to have a little conversation. Just tell him, next pitch, don't worry about that one.
And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. Here's a called strike on the curveball. 1-2.
Well, that fooled him right there. Clearly he was not sitting on that curveball. He couldn't pull the trigger.
And here's a ball hit in the air. There to play it is Walker, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 7.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Good changeup, just missed inside. Here comes the 1-0. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And now a pitch on the way. 2-2 pitch is lofted in the air out to right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the seventh.
Yoenis Cespedes.
In there for strike one, 0-1. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the two-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2.
I like the call for the two-strike changeup. You got to make a better pitch. He got away with one right there.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Markakis sprinting after it. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 21.
Lucas DUDA will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Into the windup and the pitch. Lays off 1-0.
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches.
Change up low, 2-0. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now.
Tell you what, that was a nice swing after the sequence, following a fastball to get a changeup and you foul it off. Pretty good approach.
Right side and right into the shift. Swanson over to his left. First, and there are two away now. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Danks has his target. First pitch on the way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but those were 2 good pitchers' pitches. Both on the inside half, both for strikes. There's nothing you can do with it. You just got to hope now you get something to hit.
Ready with another 0-2. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great Addison Reed has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 43.
Digging in once again, Kurt Suzuki. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. The 2-1 on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. Walker ranging to his right. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Tyler Flowers will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Career history with Addison Reed. 1 for 3. The 1-0 pitch. He swings and pops it high toward the left side of the infield. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2. Here's Ender Inciarte. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
Too high. 1-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
And look out as that one ran in and got him. Here's Brandon Phillips. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
And this will be fouled away. Now another 0-2. Hits this one hard the other way. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Josh Colmenter is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Travis d'Arnaud is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Now here it comes. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson is there. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Up next for the Mets.
Ready once again, Jay Bruce. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Now the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. One and 2. Here it comes. Drilled right back up the middle. Swanson ranging up the middle. Throw gets him. 2 down. Here's the third baseman, David Wright. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. 2 out, nobody on. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Markakis looks up. Out of here. A solo shot, and they add another. A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the game, as it is now 7-3.
Well, he turns on this thing and drives it out, extending the lead here to 4 in the bottom of the 8th. I wouldn't be surprised if that keeps the closer in the bullpen for now. No need to bring him in a non-save situation. Let him relax unless something happens at the top of the 9th that warrants getting him up.
And this one's down off the shoe tops. 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. In his career versus this pitcher, 2 for 9. He also has 1 home run. To short, to his right, Swanson. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But the Mets are able to tack on 1 thanks to the solo homer. Last chance coming up here for the Braves. It's now a 4-run lead at 7-3. Fernando Salas comes on from the pen, hoping to finish in the top of the ninth.
Fernando Salas.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Now a ball sprayed fouled into the seats near third.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate he just fouled it off.
Here's another 0-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. So here's Matt Kemp now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And a neck-high fastball that time. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Now Kemp awaits the 1-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And Kemp is able to lay off as he'll reach base on ball 4. Adonis Garcia digs in now. 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one. And that misses, ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Cespedes on the move. 2 gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready for another chance? Nick Markakis. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Here comes the first pitch. And he just misses with a curveball. Here it comes, 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Mets have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
And tonight's final, 7-3. The Mets get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Stephen Matz gets the